Let's talk about two-phase view transitions. Now, this is just a proposal. It was presented by Google at TPAC, the yearly W3C conference. I'm still out in Japan, so I'm sorry this is recorded in a terribly lit hotel room. Anyway, here's how the feature works. With cross-document view transitions, you click a link, the browser goes and fetches it, initializes it, and then commits the navigation, meaning the control switches to the new document. And then the transition begins. The problem with this is, unless stuff is cached or pre-rendered, there can be a significant lag between clicking the link and the transition starting. The proposal is to enable a system where the transition is split into two phases. The first part is handled by the outgoing page. It transitions to some sort of midpoint or a skeleton state like in this example, and then the new page performs a transition from there to the full content. Here's how it works. In your Navigate listener, use the event details to figure out what kind of page you're going to, and then perform the appropriate animation. And you can do this however you want, but of course, I'm going to use a view transition. But there's a problem here. What if the navigation commits before our transition is finished? In that case, the new document takes over too soon, it cuts the animation short, and it will look bad. This is where the new API comes in. Defer commit. This delays the new document appearing until after the promise settles, which is when the transition finishes in this case. Another part of this is next document ready to render. This is true if the next page is, you guessed it, ready to render. As in it's been pre-rendered or it's in the back-forward page cache. In this case, you don't want to do a two-phase transition. You can just transition straight to the new document. Although I kind of wonder if it would be good to wait for, 100, 200 milliseconds so you can do the same thing for cases where the next document isn't currently ready, but due to fast connectivity, it'll be ready almost instantly. The other bit of feedback I gave at TPAC is that it needs to be intuitive to repair the outgoing page. As in, when this menu of cats is turned into the skeleton state of a completely different page, it's no longer useful as the page it was supposed to be. Like, if the user clicks back, they'll be taken back to the skeleton state, which is a broken experience. We already have events like page reveal, which developers could use to put the page back into its previous state. But I don't know, my hunch is a lot of devs would forget to do this. And I'd like an API instead to really encourage best practices here. That said, I think this API is a really cool idea, and I'm looking forward to seeing this feature develop in future, and I will post more about it as that happens.